Taking a short trade from here, and those of you who are not watching my videos from the beginning and until the end in every single video, you might be confused, so please watch this video fully to understand what I'm saying, and please never read just the title of the video. Watch the entire thing to understand the context and understand my way of thinking, and I will show you all of my trades, the profits I've taken, and the trades that I've opened, and I will explain exactly why. Because if you enjoyed the previous video where I showed you the bid and ask and the Delta D60, which actually showed and proved the point of what is about to happen, well, I have some more news for you today. So let's just dive straight into this. And the first thing I wanted to point out is that Trump coin actually broke out like crazy and went from $8 to $16. But I want to show this to you just out of fun, to be honest, because this isn't very much predictable. Trump came out and said that the biggest 220 Trump token holders will have an exclusive dinner event with Donald Trump, and they will be picked out of those 220 people. So everybody went crazy about it, and Trump is talking about the coin again, so we explode. So this isn't really, quite frankly, something that is replicable or tradable, but it's all just an example of what can happen if he just tweets one thing. But this isn't what this video today is all about. We spoke about S&P 500, that it was going down, but Bitcoin decoupled from it and actually went up. And I told you that it didn't happen out of the blue. I told you in a previous video it happened just like it did at the end of October of last year, that asks were actually reduced, so shorts suddenly disappeared. Not all of them, but a big reduction, so the market started to flip. So, and this is like, it actually continued, and the move was pretty spectacular. However, well, hear me out. I'll show you exactly everything I'm doing here. So, as you've seen, I've showed you this in a previous video, in October of last year, when this happened, first we had a correction, and then we went into a very powerful parabolic move. So, and this is exactly, once again, what is happening right now. Huge reduction in short trades, so it looks beautiful, and this is what I've discussed in the previous video. But then why am I going into a short trade, which I'm going to show you in just a second? Well, I will explain it. So I'm saying always watch my videos from the beginning and until the end, not to be that one of those stupid people who is confused and is typing bullshit. So, first of all, it was very interesting that suddenly S&P 500 is going down, Bitcoin is going up. Like, why? What happened? And I thought that there is a big strategy, a big ploy, that some big people knew something that we didn't know, that retail didn't know. And me and my analysts, we were sitting there and we were waiting for the news to come out. We were like, okay, news will come. Some news will come. And guess what? It did. Literally, after all of this happened, White House came out and said that they're considering cutting China tariffs between 50 and 65% to ease trade tensions as Trump weighs the final decision. So these guys who are reducing the shorts and therefore pumping the market and pumping their own bags, they knew this will happen. So this is just such an example of insider trading, and we were expecting this. But then right now, a lot of people, oh, they're seeing this. Oh, great, fantastic, great news. Trade war is over, so now we can be longing. Yay! And what do these stupid people do? They just jump into longs right here. 93,000, 94,000, instead of jumping into longs here, 75, 80. No, they do it right here. Now, this is exactly what's always go inverse public. And it doesn't work always. Full discretion and full disclosure, but it works quite well. So, and now another piece of very interesting news, that even ETFs, look, in the last 2 days, ETFs accumulated $1 billion worth of Bitcoin per day. So we ended this long streak of selling from the ETFs, and they just flipped $1 billion per day. However, before I come to the chart, before I show you my trades and everything else, this is an interesting fact, that Bitcoin net ETF net inflow peaked at 1 billion, and this has been an accurate top signal for the past year. 6 out of 7 times that this happened, price ended up trailing down for the next 3 to 5 days. So once again, it doesn't mean that we're going to 30,000, 50,000. It means that short term, there's going to be a correction to kick out, to really cool down the market and all these people with high leverage, oh yeah, trade war is over, so that we keep pumping. And this is exactly the narrative, exactly what I'm trying to play here. And this is exactly what happened here. So 29th, once again, correction for a couple of days, because I believe this is the daily chart. Yeah, this is the daily chart. Correction for a couple of days, and then massive explosion. So this is exactly what I'm betting on here. You remember my Solana trade? So I've taken my trade here. First one didn't work out. Then I took another one, and here is the realized profit. So I've closed my Solana trade. Again, very tiny trades. I know it's just peanuts, like 3 cents. I will spend this money on, fixing my Bugatti's connector in the gearbox, which my Bugatti is finally coming back next week, as Arabs say, inshallah. But I also have taken, but again, as I told you, I'm not taking big trade right now because I have enough swing trades. I'm not closing those. Those are long. Also, my portfolio, I'm not selling that. But I'm taking a quick, small, short trade on Bitcoin, also a very tiny trade, nothing spectacular. And as soon as it moves a tiny bit more into profit, I will just put the stop loss into no loss, and that's it. And if some more news comes out and we just pump, I will lose like $3,000 here, so no big deal. My stop loss is like at 95K, and my take profit is 86,000. So a very quick, small trade based on this concept that I just explained to you in the history, which doesn't necessarily have to repeat, but sometimes it does. And my target here is 86, and then once we go into this zone, exactly my zone of interest, so my zone of interest, 85, 83, this area right here, and especially if they give us the opportunity at 75, 78 in this vicinity, which probably will not happen, but if it does, will be a great entry point. And this is where I'll be building my long trades, because I don't want to be this hamster who gets in here. If we pump from here, great. We have spot, we have our swing trades. Fine, great, and thank you very much. Short term, I really want to see what happens, and maybe we turn it into a fake out here, just bounce around this area, and then actually continue, just like in the history that I just showed you. So this is exactly what my expectation here is. And guys, you can see I'm trading over on Bybit. Bybit was nice enough for our community to give us up to $30,000 in initial deposit bonuses and up to 42% discount on trading fees. This is something you can find using my link down in the description of this video when you sign up with Bybit. And when we're going to be trading a bit more actively, this is going to be saving you a lot of money, and you can use the deposit bonus for your active trading. And this, what I explained to you here, isn't necessarily the best trading strategy. Anything can change at an instant. Active trading is high risk. However, when it comes to proper building of a portfolio because we are making like 5, 10, 15% passive income on our capital in crypto as well, with 0 to medium risk. And also the most important aspect of your life in terms of building yourself up and being financially literate and free is diversification. I personally have 11 income sources. So if it was just meme coin trading, I'd probably be broke at this point. So it's obvious, it's high risk. And whenever there is high risk, there is high risk. So if you want to learn how I've built my wealth together with the capitalizations of my companies to about 75 million, because even Evadex alone is currently worth tens of millions of dollars, then go join our Financial Academy waiting list, which there is a link to it down in the description of this video, which doesn't teach you just how to trade. Trading is like 3% of what I do. So go join the waiting list. It's going to be really epic and part of our Evadex ecosystem. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.